It would be a good opportunity to show you guys how to do an E50 fill-up, mentioning that I did discuss in one of my videos I'm going to be posting soon. So I figured perfect opportunity. You don't need a flex fuel kit to do an E50 fuel up. All you need is your TU pump from B58 Gen 2. Other than that, you're good to go. Of course, with your supporting mods with the Tune, whether it's going to be boot mod 3 or MHD. And that's pretty much it. And with your downpipe. So basically what I have right now, this is going to be your ethanol testing bottle. Right here, you would take this water, you would take distilled water or purified. You would fill this water up to the blue line. Then you would fill the gasoline in here all the way up to the red. Then what it will do is it's going to test. So your gasoline fill line is right there. So then what it's going to do is it's going to read out. You let it sit for about 5 minutes, and it'll give you your exact percentage of E. That's to be safe, and this is why you do this, because when you have a flex fuel kit, you want to know what your ethanol content is sitting at. So then when you're able to do your math and ratios, you're going to put that in ChatGPT, and then it'll allow you to give you a proper E50 map. So first thing I want to do is when I come over to the gas pump, I'm going to look and see what the prices are. So E85 is at $2,999, and Ultra 93 is at $4,599. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a picture. After I take that photo, I am going to go to ChatGPT, and as well too, even before that, and if you have the My BMW app, what you can do is you can go here and you could take a picture of what your gallons of what you have left, which right now I have 1 gallon left, or 35 or 34 miles of range. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that too. I'm going to save that. Now what I'm going to do is come here, I'm going to type out my prompts in ChatGPT. So I'm going to post both of my photos in here, both of those. So first thing I'm going to say is I want to do another E50 map fill up like last time. These are the gas prices currently for E85 and 93 octane. And as well too, let's say you have a certain amount of money you want to spend, right? So say you have like $40 for e-fill up, or 50, 60. For me, it takes about $40 to $50 for an E50 map fill up on this tank, compared to 93. It costs like 60 bucks for some full 93. So what I would do is I have $40 to use to fill up. And then as well, make sure to, even though you posted the photo, make sure you still mention it anyways. I have my fuel level right now at 34 miles left of range, or 1 gallon of fuel left from last map. This is what I do every time. This makes it consistent as well too. I've never had any issues with this. I've been doing this for months. Alright, so first things first, what you're gonna do, take your water. Please make sure it's distilled or purified. I'm gonna fill up the line. As accurate as possible. Yeah, like so. Then this back, we're gonna leave this right here. We're gonna get our E ready before we even think about filling the car up or anything with the map. After that, we're gonna grab our E. Okay, once you select 85, you come over here. You're gonna slowly, be super careful doing this. Don't get too crazy. Just very chill. And keep filling it up all the way to the red line. Just like so. It's a little bit just over, but that's fine. So, you're gonna come here, you're gonna put this back right now. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna close the top. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay. And after closing the top, it says here you're gonna shake the bottle for 5 seconds. Then you're gonna let it sit upright for 5 minutes. So shake it. You gotta appreciate the birds in Florida, by the way. You gotta fucking love it. Okay, so you're gonna let this sit for 5 minutes, and I'll get back to you guys. And what you'll see too is it's gonna be cloudy right now, but you'll see it'll start to even itself out, and you have 2 layers of the water, and then the percentage of where it's gonna sit. So then we'll go based off there, but usually it is pretty accurate with being 85 fully with the percentage. So it's been about 5 to 10 minutes. Let it sit. So if you come here, look at it carefully. I don't know how well you guys can see it on the camera, but for me it says, see if I can show you guys with the flashlight. It says E90, so that's why you always test it to be 100%, because you never know if it's a little off. This gas station has been pretty consistent with 85% at that exact 85, but today it's E90. So what you're going to do is you're going to come back in here, you're going to type E90, please refine C90%. When I tested it, please refine the map we did above with this new information. So with this now, it's going to redo everything. Now you have your new calculations. Point is, gives you your exact ratio. So you're going to do $15.77 of E90, or what you would call E85. So you're going to come here again, once again, put in your card. So we're going to put in our E85 or E90 in quotations first. Once again, we're going to make sure that we do $15.77 if you want to be accurate, but at least do $15 just to be 100% minimum, I would say. I wouldn't do anything less than that. So we'll put in a fill. Yep. Goddamn. Alright, cool. So that's pretty much what you want on there. 15.77. I got 15.71 on there. It's pretty close. So we're gonna come back. Now next part, don't let it do its thing, obviously. Now we're gonna do 93. Alright. Same process. Okay. Now you're gonna take your 93 and you confirm one more time what we're filling up with that. We're putting in $24.19 or 5.26 gallons as well with this. Okay, right around there. Yep. And let me make sure 100%. Just like to confirm. Yeah. Just put in a tiny bit more, just to get to the actual. Yeah. There we go. All right. So that is going to be your E50 fill up essentially. So I'm going to put this back. Then what you want to do, of course, put it back. And then biggest thing, make sure you safely discard of your fuel when you do stuff like this. Don't be a jackass and just leave it on the floor. Throw that in there. All right. So sometimes what I like to do too, especially since I don't have the e-brake on, so I'll kind of push the car a little bit. I really hate Florida. Push the car, and it makes it a little bit. I always do that. It's like tradition every single time I'm gonna do E50. So now we're gonna come here and we're gonna turn on the car. Okay, full tank, just from $40. Big difference compared to when you just fill up with 93. So, all right. So biggest thing with this when you first fill it up, especially if you're not on the E50 map, let's say you're on 93, right? On boot mod 3 and you want to go switch over to the E50 Tune. So you're going to come gas station, did exactly what I do, but the only difference is that you're going to drive around 10 to 15 minutes first, very chill and comfort, keep the boost levels low, and you're going to let the fuels mix. Basically the only difference is then when you're on the E50 map, then you go to fill up after so many oftentimes. What you're going to want to do and make sure you focus on is that you do the same thing when you fill up. You don't obviously have to flash the map or anything like that. Oh, so as well too, forgot to say that. So when you do the 93 and you go drive around 10 to 15 minutes first on the 93 map, then after you're gonna pull over and then flash E50 map. I would say drive around maybe for 5 minutes more, and then you could do your first pull and you'll be good to go. After it's been about 10-15 minutes after you've left your after you let your fuel mix and everything, after doing your certain map, whichever map you decide to do, for example mine's E50. So put it in Sport Plus and show you guys the car runs perfectly fine and it performs everything like how it needs to. come home, just letting the car cool down, giving it its usual 5 minutes. I'd recommend you do that every single time you get home, and first thing when you wake up in the morning before you go anywhere. Just letting the car warm up and letting the car cool down. It's super important. But the point is, I'm super glad I was able to help you guys and to be able to show you that you don't need to spend stupid money on a flex fuel kit right now if you really don't want to, or if it's not in the budget. When you just want to go for a nice E50 tune and so do it properly, it's just being safe and being able to do your ratios properly and being able to take your time with it. That's all it is. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, I'm always here to help you guys. In the comments, you can always ask. Those are on social media, Instagram, same handle as YouTube. So